The former president's casket is now on its way to Washington, where it will lie in state in the Capitol Rotunda starting tonight. Nicole Killian is on Capitol Hill with the very latest.
The casket of former President George H.W. Bush left a Houston funeral home Monday as family members looked on. The presidential motorcade then went to the airport en route to Washington, D.C.
He saw the world, not just the country.
On CBS this morning, former Secretary of State Colin Powell, who served as President Bush's chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff during the first Gulf War, remembered his former boss.
He would not make some jump decision out of nowhere. He would think it through and then decide what was best for the country. But not only what was best for the country, what was best for the world.
In an interview with 60 Minutes, former President George W. Bush says his father's legacy will grow with time.
I think he's going to go down as the greatest one-term president ever because of his foreign policy, deftly handling the end of the Cold War, for example, reunification of Germany.
Former President Bill Clinton, who beat Mr. Bush in the 1992 presidential election, recalled their bipartisan bond.
It's been one of the great joys of my life, my friendship with him. Our arguments were good-natured and open, and we continue to debate things all the way up until recently.
President Bush will lie in state in the Capitol Rotunda until Wednesday. Then a motorcade will transport his casket through Washington to the National Cathedral for a state funeral. Afterwards, his body will be flown back to Texas for a public viewing and private funeral before being buried Thursday. Nicole Killian, CBS News, Capitol Hill.
And this morning, a Bush family spokesperson shared this photo. These are the socks that George H.W. Bush will be wearing at his final resting place. Jim McGrath says they pay tribute to his lifetime of service, starting as an 18-year-old pilot in the Navy. Condolences continue to pour in throughout the Triangle. This includes the dean of UNC's School of Medicine. Before his current position, Dr. Bill Roper actually served on Bush's White House staff. He worked with the president on the Americans with Disabilities Act of 1990. Dr. Roper remembers spending time with the former first family in Washington and at the family's home in Maine. He says he greatly admired Bush's commitment to public service.
It was a noble thing, a noble calling, as he described it. And those words and that commitment of his has inspired me for many, many years.
Roper says President Bush even received some of his pilot training in Chapel Hill. And this morning on Wall Street, a moment of silence for the former president as well. The stock exchange will also be closed on Wednesday for a national day of mourning. CBS 17 has continuous coverage as the nation mourns the passing of President Bush, from his legacy to how people are remembering and honoring him today. You can find it all on CBS17.com and stay with us this week as services are held leading up to his funeral. New at noon, the silence